Hey guys, what's up? I hope you're having a great day. I wanted to do this additional Udemy video. This actually comes from some user feedback, which is cool. I love that. And the question was, essentially the question was, how can I tell whether or not someone has bought the same product over and over and over and over and over again? Now, there are two ways to do this. There's a very basic way, which we're going to do right now. This way is where you can actually just you can tell based on their tags how many times they've bought a particular product. The other way is, well, there's actually a couple other ways, but they're much more advanced. So you're using custom fields and you're counting those custom fields either using a script that you had a developer create, and that script is enacted via an HTTP post, which if you don't know what that is, don't worry about it. It is more of an advanced thing. Or you can run some action sets, which is also kind of a more advanced thing. But we're going to do the tag way of doing it this time. And the reason why we want to do that is because by using tags like this, we can essentially, you're not going to be able to say, well, I want to be able to tell if someone bought this product 126 times. It's not going to be really used for that. In fact, I don't know of really any real benefit in that, I guess. But you do want to know if someone has bought the product multiple times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, and then from there you know that they're a good customer. You can do some other things that can give you indicators that they're a customer that really loves this particular thing, and then you can run actions against that. So that's what we're going to do in this particular instance. So the way that we're going to do that is there's actually two ways to start it off. And if you have the e-commerce side of Infusionsoft, this makes it very easy to do. And there's two ways to do it. There's a more advanced way, which is using billing actions or purchase actions. I like billing actions more than purchase actions, but billing actions allow you to, and we're not going to do it in this particular video, but they allow you to, anytime something is purchased, a particular product, or overall if something is billed, someone's billed for something, you can start running actions against them. So in my situation, I have some scripts made that will tell me, it'll put into custom fields for different customers. It'll tell me how many things they've bought total. So if it was just totally they bought 5 different products I have, how much all that was. So maybe they bought $10,000 worth of stuff over a period of a year. I can tell a whole just big range of things by doing those billing actions. I can see see if they had an affiliate associated with them and how much that affiliate has sold over time and things like that. But in this particular instance, we're just going to do a very simple one where if someone purchases, so we got this goal right here to purchase online, and if we wanted to change that, we could. But we're going to just choose this purchase as a product right there. It's in that nice green little icon. So any purchase, we'll just say, maybe you actually know it. In fact, let's do a specific product purchase. I don't even know what I have on this particular one. 80s fashion parachute. Let's do that. These are some parachute pants, I think. All right, so in this particular instance, we are going to just do off of that 80s fashion parachute. And then we are going to go ahead and do our sequences, right? We need to go and put in some multiple sequences. In this particular instance, let's just do 3 times. We want to know if someone's bought up to 3 different times, okay? So we're going to do one right there, we'll do one right here, and you know what, actually let's do this a lot easier. I'll even show you how to do this more easily. Alright, so we're going to connect our goal to the sequence. This sequence is bought 1 parachute. Parachute. Awesome. So we're going to do that right there. Usually, this is just me, and you don't have to do this. But I've just noticed that sometimes, and maybe it's just me, maybe I'm going crazy, I don't know. Sometimes, because because it's going right from this purchase to here, because we're going to be doing a decision diamond, right? If it's going from this purchase to here, the sequence right away, sometimes it doesn't how do I want to say this? It doesn't look for what we want it to look for, and it'll just send it anywhere. They might have fixed that. I don't know. This is the way I've seen it. So what I usually do is I'll do a little buffer. I'll just do that right there, and in this buffer, I'll do this to just like 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Let's do 15 minutes. Do 12 a.m. to 11:45 p.m., which means all day, and we'll activate it, and we'll go back. Now, honestly, it might just be me being crazy, but I've seen a couple of different times when I've tried to make a decision diamond, and it's right off of a goal, like someone's added a tag or somebody's filled out a form, and it didn't do the right decision. So I typically do this buffer here. You don't have to do it. It might just, like I said, it just might just be me being crazy. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so this right here, they bought 1 parachute pants. Let's go here. What we're going to do is we are going to apply a tag. And just for my purposes, we'll just say parachute 1, because I never mark my tags like that. We're going to create this tag. So parachute 1, we now know they've bought 1 parachute. Awesome. Okay, we'll make that happen. Activate that. Then I'm going to hold the control key, and I'm going to create another sequence right there. And in fact, I'm going to create another sequence as well by holding the control key. So we'll call this bought 2 parachutes and 3 parachutes. So let's go, and in here we're going to change things up a bit. We are going to add, we'll apply parachute 2. Parachute 2. And I'm actually going to hold control, and I'm going to drag this over here. And we're going to remove parachute 1. So now we know this person right here has parachute 2 only. So he's bought twice. So we remove parachute 1 because we don't need that anymore. And then up here we're going to do the same thing. So apply parachute 3. We'll create that. And then what are we going to do? That's right. We're going to hold control, drag it over, and we're going to remove. In fact, what I'll do is I will remove parachute 1 and parachute 2. We'll remove both of those. It doesn't matter if they don't have either one, if they don't have one or the other. And then over here, how are we going to make this decision diamond? Do you remember? You better remember. No, just kidding. So how we're going to do that is we're just going to draw an arrow from there, and draw an arrow to there. Let me space these out a little bit more. Boom, now we have our decision diamond. So next we're going to do, this is very easy. So rules for bought 1 parachute. Rules for bought 1 parachute. We can do it a number of ways, but I mean really the easiest way, or the way that we know for absolute certainty that they will not get into there, is that if we say does not contain parachute, does not contain parachute 1, and we'll do and there. We'll do one more and. Does not contain parachute 2, and does not contain parachute 3. Okay, so that one is done. So they will go to parachute 1, that they've only bought one parachute, if they don't have any of those. Rule number 2, and I'll do rule number 3 right there. Rule number 2, this is actually much easier. So we're going to do tags. If they can, if the person has parachute 1, because we know that if they have one parachute and they just bought another, then now they have 2 parachutes, right? And same thing for here. It'll be for parachute. What is it going to be? It's going to be for, we're going to say they can only get in here if they've bought parachute 2. Because if they had previously had parachute 2 and they bought another one, now they have 3 parachutes, right? All right. So all we're going to do now, so just to kind of recap, they purchased their first parachute. They go into this little buffer right here. And then we know that they don't have any of these, so immediately they are going to go to bought parachute 1. They go and buy their next parachute. They go into the little buffer thing. Now we know that they do have parachute 1, so they're not going to go here because ours, in order to go here, they can't have any parachute counter whatsoever. So they're going to go to parachute 2 because in order to get here, we have to say that this person has to have the tag parachute 1. And so they're going here. And this here gets rid of, it puts parachute 2, it applies parachute 2 right here, and it gets rid of parachute 1. So they don't have parachute 1 anymore. So the next time they buy, they're not going to be able to go to here because they have parachute 1. And they're not going to be able to go here because they have parachute 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever. So the only place they really can go, because we know they have parachute 2, is right here, because that's the rule. We said only people who have parachute 2 as a tag can go to parachute 3. So now we know that they've bought 3 parachutes when they've gone into here, and so on and so on. We just do that ad infinitum. So that's how you count how many times somebody's bought a particular product. The cool thing you can do with this is say if someone bought 5 parachutes, you want to send them a gift card, or you want to send them a letter, or you want to send them you want to do something nice for them. They bought 5, you know when they've bought 5, bam, you can send something nice to them. Pretty cool thing that you can do here, yeah? All right, so hopefully that makes sense, and you can use this in a number of different fashions, but this is definitely probably the easiest, this is the easiest way to start counting when somebody's bought a specific thing. Is it the most effective and efficient way? No, but it's the most basic way. Especially if you only have one product or service, this is more than enough. All right, hopefully you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next video.